Hello and welcome. My name is Nick Fady and I work at Deakin College in Marketing and Admissions, and today I'll be going over change of preference at Deakin College. So obviously the topics today include change of preference, course selection and offers, Deakin College diplomas, the entry requirements for domestic students, our Streamlined Timetable program that we have, the Deakin College difference, and we'll also talk about fees at the very end of this presentation. So look, change of preference, what is it? Change of preference is a time, or it's a period rather, that allows students to actually go into their preference lists through VTAC and make that change, make the changes that they need based on their ATA score. So once the ATA score becomes available, they can go in there and amend their preferences. As you can see from the table on this slide, there are multiple rounds, and essentially they start in December, and they'll open and close throughout December, January, and February, and that's when students can use that time to go in there and make those changes and amend their preference list. The first period is arguably the most important, and that will be open until the 14th of December, which, as you know, is a couple of days after results come out for your ATA scores. So essentially, once you do find out about your ATA score, and you do need to go in and make that change, you can do so, and you have a couple days to do it until the next window opens later, I think a week later on the 21st. So just to reiterate, there are multiple rounds, run right through until February, and there's plenty of opportunities for students to go in and make those changes. So keeping on the topic of change of preference, Deakin College will be present at Deakin University's change of preference event. Now this will actually happen on the 12th of December, which is a Monday, and will go from 3 to 6 p.m. And there will be two events, one in Burwood and one in Warren Ponds, which is in Geelong. So both those campuses. More information on that is on our website, as you can see below that link. And even if you're not able to come to that event to talk to us about change of preference, we are available, we'll be on campus throughout these periods, throughout these change of preference windows, and we'll be available for walk-ins if you have any queries. We also will be online on our website and through Facebook and Instagram. If you're more confident to speak to us through those platforms, we'll be able to answer your questions there. We also will be taking phone calls through our hotline 9244 5600. And we'll be open essentially during business hours, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We will be opened a little bit earlier during that first round as well, especially on the 12th, to take any queries you may have. Obviously a stressful time, so we'll be there. Deakin College will be available to answer any of your questions. Course selection, hopefully most of you are familiar with this process, but if you do need to change it, essentially just log into VTAC, using your ID and PIN that you have, and open your course list, your preference list, and then you can literally just go in, add, delete, reorder, based on whatever you do want to change. As you can see, the arrows and the red X's is where you can make those changes, and essentially just submit your preference. So you have all the details. Hopefully you still have your password and your PIN and ID handy, and just go in there during these windows of opportunities, these change of preference time periods, and make those changes. So that's essentially what you can do during these. Now here are our VTAC codes for our diplomas. If you are amending your preference list during change of preference and you do want to include one of our diplomas or a couple of our diplomas, these are the codes that you need to put in to do so. So I'll leave this slide on for a couple moments, just if you do want to screenshot this particular slide without my face, of course. But the codes that are on this slide are available on our website. That link before, you have access to these codes just to have it handy, when you are making those changes during change of preference. So yes, as you can see, there are 10 diplomas that we have. We'll speak about them in a moment, and the pathways they lead into exactly. So if you are interested after this presentation in one of these diplomas to put on your list of preferences, this is where you will find the code. So just write down the one that you're interested in. We'll move on to offers. Now, applications will be assessed based on ATA scores, prerequisites, and extra requirements, as you're familiar with, I bet. Offers are then made to applications, and you only get one offer during that January round, which is the highest one that you're eligible for. So, if you are to miss out on that first one, essentially you'll get that second preference as an offer if you're eligible for it. And students can obviously accept, reject, or defer. So, this whole presentation and the way this whole system is just to allow students to, give them time to really make that decision. And of course, Deakin College are there in case you do want to come into one of our diplomas and essentially pathway into one of those bachelors. Maybe if you didn't get in at Deakin University to one of their bachelors during the first round, you can amend and put one of our diplomas based on the offers you get. If you don't get, just like I said, if you don't get an offer from the university, you can amend your preferences to include one of our diplomas. And then you'll just need to wait until the next round to see if obviously you can accept that Deakin College course. And if a student has already included Deakin College as a preference and it's the highest eligible course, they will receive an offer from us during that round. So now we're going to talk about the entry requirements for domestic students to get into the diplomas at Deakin College. So we do ask for a successful completion of Year 12 in Australia, so VCE, or if you're not in Victoria, the equivalent of VCE. We also accept unscored VCE as well. There is a condition though, if you are wanting to study our Diploma of Engineering, obviously there is a mathematics element to that particular diploma in that area of study. So if you don't have a study score of 20 or above in methods or specialists, we will be able to provide for you a shot at our 2 math units at no cost. We also accept VCAL senior completion from next year, so from 2023 onwards. This will be called the VCE vocational major. So Deakin College's courses in a nutshell, if you don't know exactly what we do, we offer 10 diplomas as I alluded to earlier. And look, essentially our diploma is the equivalent of the first year of a Deakin University bachelor degree course. So if you do our diploma, you successfully complete it in 8 or 12 months. So we have 3 trimesters at Deakin College and at Deakin University as well. They have 3 trimesters. You do that diploma, you get that weighted average mark that you need with us. You'll essentially then be able to go and pathway into that bachelor degree at Deakin University that you wanted to get into initially, but you get into the second year of that because the first year will essentially be RPL or credits, and we'll be able to, working with Deakin University, get you into that second year. And these are the 10 diplomas we have on offer. I'll speak about them more in the next few slides individually. So we have business, commerce, communication, construction management, design, engineering, film, television, animation, health sciences, IT, and science. So starting off with the Diploma of Business, this diploma articulates, which means essentially pathways into the following 6 bachelor degrees at Deakin University. So we have Bachelor of Business, Bachelor of Commerce, Bachelor of Business Sport Management, Bachelor of Business Analytics, the Bachelor of Laws, and the Bachelor of Property and Real Estate. A bit of a testimonial here from a past student, Stefan. He actually did the Diploma of Business and he loved the support that he got from the lecturers, the atmosphere as well, as Deakin College is a little bit, we're in a building here on campus at Deakin University at Burwood, Warren Ponds, and at Waterfront. So we have our own building, and the atmosphere is really friendly, and it gives the students opportunity to really get to know each other, your fellow students and the teachers a little bit more easier than if you're at a university. So Stefan really appreciated that whilst he was studying our Diploma of Business. Moving on to the Diploma of Commerce, there are similarities obviously between these 2 areas, and they do pathway articulate into the same bachelors: commerce, business, sport management, business analytics, laws, property and real estate, and business. So Nathan, again, he did the Diploma of Commerce a few years back, and he really liked how approachable the lecturers are. And just to also reiterate that our diplomas are not taught on all campuses. Diploma of Commerce is taught at Burwood and at Waterfront. The Diploma of Business is just at Burwood. So moving on to the Diploma of Communication, this obviously articulates into the Bachelor of Communications with streams such as advertising, digital media, journalism, and public relations. So obviously that's a very big space that we see in the world these days, and a lot of students wanting to jump into those areas of study. Also, it's important to mention that the Diploma of Communication can also pathway into the Bachelor of Arts, which is a very good opportunity for students that aren't quite sure what they want to study, or if they want to study something like criminology, you can do the Bachelor of Arts and specialize in criminology. Moving forward. At Waterfront, we have the Diploma of Construction Management, and this articulates into the second year of the Bachelor of Construction Management with the honours program as well. So you can essentially graduate through our program and end up with an honours degree in construction management. Diploma of Design is taught at Burwood, and this articulates into the Bachelor of Design. Again, we have really nice facilities here on campus, and there is 2 streams, the Communication of Design and Interactive and UX Design. Again, growing spaces, as you can see with this how the world is kind of moving, and a lot of students are beginning to really look at these sort of areas as a potential career, and rightly so. Diploma of Engineering, obviously engineering, very competitive space. It's always kind of been like that. And our Diploma of Engineering is taught at Warren Ponds, and this articulates into the Bachelor of, or 5 different bachelors, depending on what stream of engineering you do want to study. So we have civil engineering, electrical and electronics, environmental engineering, mechanical engineering, and mechatronics engineering. All of them you can end up with that honours as well. Another testimonial here, just saying how great the diploma prepared students for that bachelor. No matter what Bachelor of Engineering you're going to want to get into, the diploma really sets that foundation, all learning those foundational units, those core modules, and the students that finish our Diploma of Engineering, just like all the other diplomas we have on offer, are really prepared and ready to hit the ground running in that second year of the bachelor once they do as pathway into it. We have the Diploma of Film, Television and Animation. This is a very interesting area. A lot of students are really excited about this area. Again, really nice facilities at the Burwood campus. This is where the diploma is taught, and this articulates into the bachelor with the same name of Film, Television and Animation. And the 2 streams are animation or production screen content. So this one here is arguably, just move my camera a little bit, is arguably our biggest, most popular diploma. It is the Diploma of Health Sciences, and it's taught at Burwood and Warren Ponds. And it articulates into 6 different bachelor degrees at Deakin University. So we have the Bachelor of Health Sciences, Bachelor of Biomedical Science, as we know is very competitive to get into. The Bachelor of Exercise and Sports Science, whereby the program at Deakin University is state-of-the-art, the best in the world, and that's again a reason why a lot of students come into this diploma. Bachelor of Nutrition Science, very big space, Bachelor of Psychological Science as well, and the Bachelor of Public Health and Health Promotion. We have another student testimonial here who really loved that one-on-one contact with lecturers, especially in a field like health sciences, where that's really important to have that constant two-way communication with your teachers. We have the Diploma of Information Technology, IT, which is taught at Burwood. Now, of course, this is a very growing, very big space, and is growing in the world we live in again, just like the other diplomas I mentioned before. Our Diploma of IT, that articulates into 4 different bachelors at Deakin University. Artificial Intelligence, that pathway was recently set up a couple of years ago, so now students can go into that bachelor. Bachelor of Information Technology, obviously, Bachelor of Computer Science, and the Bachelor of Cyber Security. And Danithi here, she did the Diploma of Information Technology. She aced it. She went on to the Bachelor. She then she did the honors program, and then she eventually won a scholarship, which is a very big deal, to do a PhD at Deakin University in that field. So that was a very awesome result for her, and she came through our program. So we have the Diploma of Science. This is taught at Warren Ponds, and this articulates into the Bachelor of Science, obviously, Biomed, Biomedical Science, Bachelor of Environmental Science, so Environmental Management and Sustainability, the Bachelor of Environmental Science, so Wildlife and Conservation Biology, Bachelor of Forensic Science, which is a very exciting area, and a lot of students are very interested in that sort of thing, and the Bachelor of Zoology and Animal Science. As you can see here, Molly was a student with us, and she fast-tracked her diploma, as I mentioned earlier, with those 3 trimesters. She ended up doing her diploma in 8 months, so 4 units in trimester 1 and 4 units in trimester 2. She got the average she needed. When a student does this and they want to fast-track it in 8 months, so they can start the second year of the Deakin University Bachelor within the same year, essentially, in trimester 3, we'll let them know, how intensive it is. We'll have a discussion, or the student will have a discussion with our academic coordinator of that particular diploma, or the student learning advisor, just so they understand how intensive it may get to actually fast track it. But obviously Molly was well aware and prepared to do so, and she eventually did it and went on to Deakin University into the second year within that same year as well. So moving on, just wanted to mention the Streamlined Timetables. This is a program that we have for 4 diplomas. We have it for Business, IT, Commerce and Health Sciences at our Burwood campus. So it's essentially introduced to support students that are balancing different commitments. Obviously a lot of students, when they do finish year 12, they're working part-time, and they continue to do so as they go off and study, college or uni or TAFE, whatever it may be. And the purpose is just so that their timetable is condensed to 2 days only, so intensive 2 days, but they essentially have 3 days of the working week to attend to other commitments that they may have, studying 3 units in each of their first 2 trimesters and then 2 in their final. So it is 12, goes for 12 months, but it's to give the flexibility for each week, each week of the trimester, so students can kind of work hard when they are at college, at Deakin College, but then the other 3 days they can go off and do what they need to do. So this is just a sample timetable of what it may look like. As you can see, this particular student has all their classes on the Tuesday and Thursday. The rest of the week, obviously, freed up for them. So it was actually introduced last year, or actually this year, 2022, in trimester 1. And yeah, students were attending these classes that did attend these classes actually got better with their grades, actually performed a lot better than the overall cohort. So the students that were in this program, they did better, but again, just like Molly before, they understood how intensive it may be, and they were ready to take on that task. So if you are interested in our Streamlined Timetable, it's best that you do let us know. There'll be an email sent out down the line when you do apply for us and you do get into one of our diplomas, if it's one of those 4. And we will again let you know how intensive it may be, but if you're ready for it, this is a good option for you to complete your studies just over two days of the whole week. And of course, that you have to take into account all the extra study that you need to do on assignments and preparing for exams, just to keep up with your classes and each chapter each week for each of your units. You do have to do that that work at home as well. So we're nearly finished with the presentation, but before we do end it, I just want to highlight the Deakin College difference. So look, studying at Deakin College does have its pros. We're very student-centered and we have a lot of support. Like I mentioned earlier, we got the student learning advisors who it's their job to really help the students manage study and life and that balance that comes with it. We have a student counselor. We have peer mentors, which are students that did come through our program and have stuck around to help students kind of navigate that process from high school to our diplomas to Deakin University. We have a coaching for success program for students that need that coaching for the first trimester at Deakin College. We have smaller class sizes as well. So our classes are very similar to Year 12, that environment. Obviously, a lot of students, may struggle to, really adapt to university coming out of high school with everything that's kind of gone on in the last few years as well. But our smaller sizes in the classroom really helps them prepare and build that confidence up for university, gives them more opportunity to have that two-way communication with fellow students and the teacher. And also want to mention that our units have, each unit that you do at Deakin University, you need to do 8 units. Each unit entails 4 contact hours. That's 2 2-hour classes, and yeah, the classes are much smaller than you would see at lectures at university. So that really helps students as well. So we also have teaching and academic support. Like I mentioned, we have the Streamlined Timetable, and we have an online campus mode for next year for domestic students as well, for that flexibility. Deakin University support as well. So Deakin College is located at on campus at Deakin University. So you really feel like a Deakin student, especially at Deakin College. We have our own building, like I said earlier, on the Burwood campus, Warren Pond and Waterfront. We have access to all their facilities at Deakin University, plus the ones at Deakin College. And it's a seamless transition to year two of Deakin University. We have workshops towards the end of your online workshops towards the end of your diploma, just to really help you, get ready for Deakin University. And there's a good mix of domestic and international students as well at Deakin College. So being a domestic student, you will be able to learn with the international students, really collaborate with them and learn off each other as well. And you obviously, like I said, have access to the facilities, the gym that they have at Deakin University, or the sporting clubs, all these sort of things, the clubs that they have at Deakin University, student association as well. You have access to all that as well. So the last thing I want to speak about today is fee help. So as a local domestic student, you can apply for fee help, which is an Australian loan scheme for Australian students, which essentially helps them pay for their diplomas. So there's no upfront payments, and to be entitled to receive fee help, you need to be an Australian citizen or a New Zealand special category visa holder. A student will commence repaying the fee help loan throughout their lives or their career, and they will pay this back to the ATO, or Australian Taxation Office, once they start making a certain amount per year, which at the moment is $48,361 per year. Students will then get a Commonwealth support place once they pathway into the second year of their bachelor degree at Deakin University. And if you do want to see our fees at Deakin College, check out the link below or on this screen. So it's pretty much deaconcollege.edu.au/how-apply/Australian/fees, or just search fees in our website search bar, and you'll be able to see all the fees for the diplomas. That's it for the presentation today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you found it relevant and useful. Further information here, we have another hotline. The hotline I mentioned earlier was just for change of preference. We have another one here if you do want to contact myself or any staff member at all, academic coordinators. Again, all that information is on our website as well, and that's our email address here if you do want to send us an email. Of course, Year 12 exams are finishing now and results are coming out, but if you want to contact us, that's how you do it. And we're also on social media as well. If you do want to, see what the vibe is like at Deakin College, you can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and also on TikTok as well. So yes, thank you very much. All the best with your exams, and looking forward to seeing you next year if you do decide to come to Deakin College.